Hopefully, by this point, all technical issues have been sorted and everyone has arrived. Let's look now at some tips that can help you when the meeting is underway. If video conferencing is new to your participants, you'll want to wait for everyone, or nearly everyone, to arrive before starting the meeting. If video conferencing is routine for your attendees, it's best to start meetings on time to set the standard for future meetings. Like in-person meetings, the more often you start late, the more often participants will arrive late. Be sure to welcome everyone formally and introduce yourself, any co-leaders, and the topic. It's always a good idea, whether a meeting is online or in person, to do a brief overview of the agenda and timelines. If there will be breaks, let everyone know now when they will be held. Depending on the type of meeting, it may be a good idea to set a specific Q&A time and establish with the group a parking lot for off-topic questions or questions that need to be answered later. It's also a great idea to provide an email address for questions that may arise after the meeting. Some participants may not be able to post a question or might be shy about speaking. A good way to encourage participation in smaller meetings is to ask everyone to contribute a short check-in or introduction. This does take time, but creates a warmer, more intimate environment and can break down any awkwardness people might have about speaking up. In larger meetings, you can prepare poll questions for everyone to answer with a yes, no, or multiple choice to create engagement. You can also use the chat to have everyone check in and acknowledge each post as it comes in. Asking questions functions as an icebreaker and allows people to get used to responding. Large meetings can be chaotic, but here's the good news. You control the microphones. In large meetings, you will want to mute everyone. You can tell the participants to post questions in the chat or request to be unmuted. With smaller meetings, it is your choice to allow microphones or not. Usually, the substance of the meeting will help determine if you should mute all or not at all. If you do go with open mics for all, be sure to warn call-in attendees to mute their phones unless they want to speak. Phones pick up a lot of background noise, and attendees can be disruptive without realizing it. It is really helpful, especially with larger-sized meetings, to have a list of participants handy or paper to jot down for easy reference later. This can be helpful as not everyone will be listed correctly in the roster of attendees that may appear in the software. You may have someone ask an off-topic question or a question to which you are unsure of the answer. A great way to handle this is by creating a virtual parking lot, essentially a running list of these unanswered questions to which you can return either later in the meeting or in a follow-up email afterwards.